All right, welcome back to our discussion on Rule Cyclopedia. Today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons Thief. That's right, the D&D Thief. Heathen Dog finally gets to show off his character, learn what his character can do as as we take a look at it, so far we've done with the cleric, the fighter, the magic user, and we will soon do with the rest of them. So let's dive into our Thief. And by the way, I love the fact that it's called Thief and not Rogue. Trivia question for you, Heathen Dog. What's that?
Yeah. Call a spade a spade.
What is it called in second edition?
With the class?
Yes.
I always called it thief, but is it really rogue?
Yep.
Okay.
It's another one of those things. I think it was Malachi in this case, educated me on, because I've always called it a thief as well. Now, to be fair, there is the thief and the bard, but they fall under rogue. There are the four main classes: fighter, magic user, rogue, and cleric. I would never rogue just doesn't even sound right. It's thief, So anyway, let's move on. Just some things we got so used to over the decades of playing, right? So. He's got a prime requisite of dexterity. That's right. He's got to be nimble with the hands and apparently with the feet, even though that's agility, not dexterity. And he gets a bonus. What was your dexterity
13.
for your character? 13. So you get a 5% bonus. Awesome. You accelerate 5% faster through the levels than the average Joe Schmo. Good for you. Maximum level is 36. He can wear leather armor only. Now, let's be very clear. We have not got to the equipment section of this book. That will be for many weeks down the road. There aren't a lot of armors in this game. So if you're like, well, why can't I wear studded leather or banded leather or all these different? There's leather, guys.
That's it. That's what you got. Hard. It is hardened leather, right? That's what it is. It's not a biker jacket. It's actually hardened leather, several layers, treated to make it resistant to damage. That's all you got. You want to put studs on it? That's just decoration in this game.
So we get over. Shields are not permitted. Interesting that doesn't even allow like a little buckler or something. No. But again, remember, this is part of game mechanics, though. Any missile weapon, and one-handed melee weapon. So there you go. If you want to shoot a bow, use a sling, or use a short sword,
dagger.
Technically, a longsword, because a longsword is a one-handed weapon.
Mace, longsword, even.
Yep. Yeah. Special abilities. We are going to look at this more later, so I'm not going to read most of this, except I want to read this part here. Reading in normal language. At 10th level, can cast magic user spells from scrolls with a 10% chance of backfire.
Backfire.
We'll get into that
later. Backfire. Not failure. No. Your brain wants to read failure, just like mine, but that's not what it says. It's worse. A lot worse.
All right, a thief is a human who specializes in stealth, lockpicking, trap removing, and other such activities. Oh, notice it intentionally stayed away from backstabbing and pickpocketing. Yeah. Why?
I don't know.
As the name indicates, most characters belonging to the thief class do steal. Yeah. They rarely steal. Again, another one of these notes that makes me shake my head, but I know exactly why they put it in here, and it needs to be here. They rarely steal from their friends or members of their own groups, however. That's just a death sentence. Or being ostracized, which, to be fair, in the Middle Ages, that's kind of a death sentence, right?
Yeah. Usually alone, you're going to die.
A thief who steals from friends is usually not permitted to adventure with them ever again. Actions have consequences, right? Mm-hmm. These belong to an organization sometimes called a guild, Lankmar, or Roland Bones, Ryan Howard's Night Haven. There you go. Every town has a building called a guild hall where thieves may live and eat for a price, of course. Every thief learns the arts, a thief unique skill. We'll take a look at those in a moment. From teachers at the guild, thieves are a normal part of life in most campaign worlds because of their unique and useful skills, but they are not usually welcome in the better parts of towns. So if you're hanging out at the docks with the stevedores and so forth, nobody cares. But when you come into Beverly Hills, hey, we got some problems. The thief's job is to use his special abilities where needed. A thief's skills can be very useful. No. Thief skills are beyond very useful. They are a requirement. They are a mandate. And can be used over and over. For example, a magic user may use a spell to open a lock, but the spell only works once. And then he's got to sleep. He's got to go nighty-night time. A thief may try to open locks whenever desired. Consequently, thieves are found in most groups of adventurers. Most thieves have high dexterity scores. Since this can improve their ability to use missile weapons, most thieves use one or more types of missiles. Plus, then they're not in front when they have... How many hit points was it that you had, Heathen Dog?
D4.
D4, yeah. Okay, you're back there with the mages who also have a D4.
Yeah. Unless you're in a dungeon, then, you're in front. Damn it.
Well, hopefully with a little horseshoe of characters around you protecting you, right?
Yeah, one would hope.
Or peeking around the corner going, did it blow up yet?
Yeah, but, hopes and dreams, they don't always come.
Yeah, fair enough. The thief will also find it useful to have a sword or dagger in situations where he can't avoid close combat. And of course, you can go to 36 level. All right. Class details. We already talked about the primary requisite. That little box just tells you everything in here. So let's go to special abilities. Oof. You have a ton of them.
Yep.
Now, I want to be very clear. We're going to read this intro part, no problem. But when it comes to special abilities, I'm not reading through every single one of them and what they do. Get the book, play the game. Most of you are D&D players anyway. But we will take a look at the percentage chart a little later. Thieves have numerous special abilities. They receive some of them at first level experience when they begin play and receive others as they gain experience levels. At first levels, thieves know the following skills: open locks, find and remove traps, climb walls, move silently, hide in shadows, pickpockets, and hear noise. They also learn the skill of backstabbing. The thief's special ability table shows the development of many of the thief's special abilities. The column on the left, which we'll get to in a moment, is the thief's experience table. Cross-reference that. What did we say? 20,000 for a 5th level wizard or magic user? Yeah, it was 20,000.
Yeah, it was 20. It was 300 for 9th.
So for instance, 6th level thief, this is spoiling what we're going to talk about later, but a 6th level thief uses his climb wall skill at a 92% chance.
Which is crazy.
Well, that is crazy high, but even in 2nd edition, it's pretty high if you put any points. It starts at 60, right? So here's the thing. Here's going to be the difference for people like me and Heathen Dog who are used to 2nd edition. It is a static number.
Yeah, you don't get to choose what goes up and what doesn't. Everything goes up at a fixed rate and time. That's it.
All right. So we'll take a look at that in a moment.
I definitely don't like.
I get it, but this
takes the flavor away. Your individuality.
It does, but this is basic D&D, and it's funny because some things are so convoluted. You wonder how is this basic, especially like weapon mastery, right? When we get there, but other things like this are just to simplify things. Let's go. So you roll percentile dice to roll, and you want to roll equal to or less than the percentage given. All right. So it talks here about what the abilities are. We are not going to go into them, but there are a couple of sentences in here. Hopefully I can find them quickly that I read that I think are important. Open locks, may not try again with a pick. That's normal for D&D. Okay, without lockpicks, he may not use this ability.
Yeah, there is no like, I'll just MacGyver some sticks and stuff. No. I mean, personally, I would let someone use the hairpin from the princess thing, just for flair.
Okay,
but there normally there's not. No, you need actual lockpicks to pick a lock, or you're not picking crap.
Find traps actually dives into an area that doesn't always make sense when you first read it. May examine a room or object to determine whether it is rigged with traps. He may check only once per trap.
Not per room. Per trap in the room.
And failure prevents the character from finding any trap in or on the object searched. Since the GM does the actual rolling. This is another thing that I really like about this, is this reminds you that players shouldn't be rolling this. You don't know if you found a trap or not.
No.
So if the thief finds a trap, he may use his remove traps ability to remove or deactivate it. Okay, again, with remove traps, can only do it once per trap, and if you fail, boom.
It triggers. It's not like, oh man, I couldn't disarm it. No, it goes off now.
Climb walls. Where's climb walls? Oh, wait, did I lose it? Climb walls. Where is the...
Right no, it's right above your head.
I see there. It's not the beginning that I'm looking for.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's after these charts. Here we go. Slips and... If you fail, you slip and fall from the halfway point.
Oh.
And it's a simple 1d6 for every 10 foot fallen. So if you're trying to climb a 100-foot wall, 50 feet, that's 5d6 of damage. Now you may say, that's...
Hang on. It says the DM rolls for success once for every 100 feet climb.
Okay, fair. Okay, fair enough.
So if it's a 200-foot wall, you got to make 2 rolls.
Yep.
And if you fail the second roll, you're falling from 150 feet.
Yes. Yep. And that would be 15d6.
That's gross. And you only have a d4 in health at level 1. You're not gonna survive that fall.
You can die from a 10-foot fall at first level.
Yes.
All right. Move silently. There was a comment in here I wanted to see. Where's it? Note that it doesn't do the thief any good to use the skill against someone who is already aware of him. I've seen people actually try that.
No.
But I made my roll.
Turn invisible.
I'm aware that you're here. I know you're in the room.
I can freaking see you, or I saw you go behind the curtain. Just because you're not making any noise doesn't mean you're not still there.
Yes. Okay, so hide and shadows are very similar. It's just if people look directly at you, you have to make another roll. Mm-hmm. Picking pockets. If the roll is a simple failure, the thief fails to get his hands on what he's seeking. If the roll is greater than twice what the thief needs to succeed, so let's say you have 20% chance of success and you roll 35, well, hey, that's just a failure, you're fine. But if you roll a 45,
that's
the thief is caught in the act by his intended victim.
Your hand's in the cookie jar. Everyone sees it.
Yep.
Or if you roll 00, you just get caught the same way.
When using the skill, subtract 5% per level or hit die of the victim. So that means more experienced players have a higher chance of catching you.
Non-leveled, so that doesn't count. So normal folk.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And it gives an example here. And then there's hear noise. This ability gives the thief the ability to hear faint noises such as breathing on the other side of a door or the clatter of distant footsteps approaching fast. The DM can rule that any loud situation such as battle prevents the thief from using this skill.
That makes sense.
All right.
Let's look at the experience table. We skipped over it, but I want to see it.
Yeah, I was going to go back to it.
We can
look at it now.
A wizard was 20 grand. This one, it's 6. Ninth level for a wizard was 300 grand, and this one's 10th. So you're not a lot above the wizard.
That's fair.
Which means you're probably even less above. You're going to be a level above the party. It looks like.
Let's look back at something higher. I mean, it's supposed to be things like 20th level or whatever. So 20th level. So if you have 2 million, just to make it nice and easy, 2 million, you're 20th level there. What's 2 million for the thief? 2 million for the thief
25.
Is 24.
Okay, 24, but you're basically 25 at that point.
Right on the cusp of 25.
Okay, so up until level 15, you're about a level higher than the rest of the party, and then it starts. Then you start pulling away.
Yeah, because it becomes 40,000. Oh, is it 120,000? Yeah, 120,000 per level after your name level, and then up there, I think it's 250,000 per level for the wizard after your name level.
Mm-hmm.
So, the asterisks there are the thief gains the ability to cast magic user spells, and we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, I never would.
So, Heathen Dog, we're just gonna say you just made named level. You're a 9th level thief.
Sweet.
You're gonna hate these numbers. I already know it.
Oh, those numbers blow.
So, open locks, you have 54% chance.
Well, better than average.
Yeah. Find traps, 50% chance.
That's not good. I don't like that.
Remove traps, 46% chance. Your name level.
I definitely don't like that either. Because it says if you fail, it goes off.
Right. Climb walls. Hey, 95, you're good there.
Great.
You'll get places. Move silently is 55.
That's not great.
Yeah. Hide in shadows is 41.
Not something I want to rely upon.
Hey, your pickpockets is 60 though.
Yeah, against Joe Blow, that sounds all right. And
Fair.
I think with a 60, I can't catastrophically fail.
Well, yeah, double out is always a catastrophic fail.
Yeah, unless I roll 00, but that's fine, I guess.
And a 66% chance to hear, somebody snoring.
I can deal with that, I guess, but I'm really, really sad about the first few.
This is my same problem.
Especially find and remove traps. Those you really want to hit, You really want to be able to rely on that, but you really can't rely on it until you're on level 20.
So here's one of the things that I will tell you about Rules Cyclopedia versus what we're used to in second edition AD&D. You do level faster in this game, at least at first. And when we get to, I think we'll be talking about experience in a few weeks. If not, I'll just say it here. You have gold for XP. That is one of the things that's done. And it explains how to utilize the gold for the XP. But so the traditional thing that we are used to, where it's 3 to 5 adventures, not sessions, but 3 to 5 adventures, is the rough estimate per level. You're not necessarily going to have that here. You could have a dungeon floor be a level. So now, once you get higher, obviously you're slowing down, but you get the idea. So it's still hard. It's like converting Celsius to Fahrenheit for me, where I understand that Celsius makes more sense. 0 freezing, 100 boiling, but you tell me it's 23 and I'm getting a coat on. Okay, but that's room temperature. So I can't feel the rules Cyclopedia way, if that makes sense. But when you actually look at it, 9th level really isn't anything, even if they call it name level. Hopefully that makes sense.
Well, you have to think of it differently. You think of name level like you're not a child anymore. We don't have to worry about you dying for no reason, so we're going to give you a name.
Or in martial arts, what they used to tell you, martial arts, you're
not a real martial arts till you have your black belt.
Right. That's when you start. Okay, that's when you start your training, is once you have your black belt. Everything else is rudimentary, just to get you to do the basics until you're there. So yeah, that's kind of how I'd foresee, I'd take name level. But then, I mean, come on, you get to 20th level, which is what we're used to, is kind of a soft level cap for 2nd edition, and your percentages are smoking.
Yeah.
And then you get to 36th level. Good luck failing.
Yeah. Double zero will do it, but that's about it.
All right, let's finish up with how many guilds you're going to own. Woo. Proper use of thief abilities. Now, watch for opportunities to use special abilities and simply tell your dungeon master when you want your thief to use one. A stuck or exceptionally difficult lock, carefully hidden trap, slippery wall, or very faint noise may cause a penalty. And if you look here, what I found interesting about this was it never says add a bonus. At least Palladium says, like, hey, bonuses and penalties can apply to the situation. This one just says, hey, you know what? Things might make it harder, but nothing's going to make it easier. I'm exaggerating that, but you get the idea. As a good game master, look, if somebody's trying to pick a rusty lock, you could argue that would make it harder because, but you could also argue that it makes it easier too. So, other thief abilities, backstabbing. If a thief can sneak up on a victim completely unnoticed, the thief may backstab. If he's using a one-handed melee weapon, he may strike at a particularly vulnerable point in his target's body. It doesn't actually have to be a stabbing weapon. Again, I get why the rule's there, but you can take a sap and hit somebody in the back of the head who doesn't know you're there. When backstabbing, you get a +4 bonus to the attack roll. Now, that's pretty cool. And if you hit, you do double damage. So and it says here specifically what double damage means. Remember, this is an encyclopedia. Roll the damage for the weapon, multiply the result by 2. And then add any
modifiers like strength or magic weapon or whatever.
Right. So the two things that I see people do differently is some will say let's say your weapon does a d6 damage. Roll 2d6. Now, I don't care that you do this. You play your game at your table how you want. But no, you're supposed to do it. Roll 1d6 multiplied by 2. Also, I've seen people double the multiplier or the bonus as well.
End result. Yeah, the end result.
No. If the intended victim sees, hears, warned of the thief's approach, the thief attack is not a backstab. It's an ordinary attack doing damage appropriate for the weapon used. When no battle is in progress, a backstab attempt may require a move silently ability check. I like this. Now, this might be like a duh, but I think the thing to point out here is when no battle is in progress. This means that if people are in heavy battle, if it makes sense, don't force the thief to make a roll.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a lot is going on. If the person can't see the thief, probably not going to know he's there, which means surprise, it's a backstab.
Right. By the way, I want to say hello to Rob. We rarely see him around here. It's good to see you, Rob. Hope all is well with you. So thanks for coming by here. Read languages. When a thief reaches 4th level, he gains an 80% chance to read any normal writing. Oh my God, normal writing or language, including simple codes, dead languages, treasure maps, and so on, but not magical writings. Okay. Basically, you play a mean game of Sudoku.
Sure.
He tries but fails to read a piece of. If he tries but fails to read a piece of writing, he must gain at least 1 experience level before trying again. Sure. And then at 10th level, let's read about the backlash here. 10th level thief gains the ability to cast magic user spells from scrolls. However, there's always a 10% chance the spell will backfire, creating an unexpected result because of the thief's imperfect understanding of magical writings. This ability only allows thieves to cast spells from existing magic scrolls, not to write their own.
This means that if you're playing a thief and you have a magic scroll, you have 2 magic scrolls, and you give one back, that one's the fireball. You're just dumbass if you try that one. Not doing that.
All right, higher experience levels. When a thief reaches 9th, same things. Okay, again, like the other ones, I have to read through these. But, if you haven't watched the other videos, that's why. If you haven't watched the other videos, it's going to be the same concept. All right, you may construct a hideout. A fortified house in a city, a cave network, etc. A thief who has constructed a hideout will attract 2d6 first-level apprentice thieves.
That is the most of all the other classes so far.
Yeah, but these are stuck at first level. So there's kind of a balance in there.
No, they start at first. They're not stuck.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, right. But I'm saying the other one, like the wizard got, what, 5th level?
Yeah.
So, thief was at 2d6, but you're right. The numbers are definitely high because they're more nefarious people, and you know what? You're going to set them against each other. Oh, never mind. These will generally, though, not always be loyal to the thief. I've got comments about Dick Game Masters there, but we'll just move forward. Oh my God! Oh, it's a full page. They will not be automatically replaced by others if they die or leave. The character will have to recruit new thieves himself. So you get the first batch for free, and then after that, you gotta go get them.
Yeah.
At this point, player character thief may want to consider setting up a thieves guild. And if you wish to settle, a thief who wishes to settle must contact the thieves guild of the region where he wants to settle. That might be a city or 2 away, depending on what little village you're starting in. If the thief has not been an enemy of this guild, or even he has been, he can be persuaded. He can persuade or bribe the guild to cooperate.
Money talks, right?
Money, they're thieves, right? Money talks, right? Yep. The guild will help establish the thief as a guild master. He may be the master of a new branch of the guild, an expansion branch in a new neighborhood, or of an established guild whose leader has stepped down or mysteriously gone missing.
Yeah. Had an accident.
Right? We don't know how he fell off that ladder. The Dungeon Master will describe how many new thieves arrive at the new guild, or will describe how the existing guild is currently organized. The guild will generate income from its illegal activities. The character can, at some point, ask for control of a larger branch. Boss, can I move up? And may eventually become a powerful official in the guild headquarters. High-level thieves are always needed for difficult and unique adventures, and the Guildmaster thief is in the position. Oh my God. Is the person adventurers contact when such jobs are available. This is the interesting thing about thieves. I know we all like to see them as cutthroats and pickpockets, and a lot of people like to play them that way. But thieves, especially in a fantasy adventure setting, where you have dungeons and ruins and places that need to be spelunked and checked out. I don't want to say that they're common or like just they're like going down the street and hiring your roofer, but not every one of them is nefarious and evil and horrible. They can be.
Yeah, here's the thing. If all thieves were cut purses and muggers and all that stuff, you wouldn't have a guild. A guild is for trades. And guess what? A thief is a trade. Because you can do so much more than just slit someone's throat and pick their pocket.
And the leader or regent. Sorry.
You have valuable skills that people want.
Absolutely. Yeah, and need. The leader or regent of an area, he's coming to you at some point. He might not openly say that. He might have to send his 4th cousin 5th removed in order to go talk to you. But, as long as you keep your head on a swivel and you or keep your head above board, so to speak, for the most part, what you do down by the docks again, you take a blind eye to that. You come up here. And don't get any ideas about coming in here.
No. Servants entrance only, please.
Exactly. Named thief who chooses not to establish any hideout or any station in a local guild authority is a traveling thief known as a rogue. Oh, here's where we get the rogue. A rogue must remain a member of a thieves guild. So, Must and member. So there you go. Though he need visit the guild only once a year. Basically, you're paying some dues, showing up. Yeah, I still exist.
Yeah.
Nobody's killed me yet.
As long as the money keeps flowing, no one really matters. It doesn't care.
Once a character becomes a rogue, his character can never become a guild master in an established branch of the guild. However, if he later decides to settle down, and if the guild master permits, he may set up a new branch of the guild where none currently exists. So, you know what? You're not going up the management route at this point.
Mm-hmm.
A rogue has a chance checked by the DM once per week of discovering treasure maps and rumors about the location of great treasures. This is a great way to implement some side adventures for your group.
Yep.
This chance is based on him keeping his ear to the thieves' grapevine. Likewise, the rogue may visit any branch of the Thieves Guild to see the guildmaster and learn local information, tips, and rumors. You know what? You got some time? We got to case this place? Well, maybe you case it, but before you case it, you go talk to the guildmaster or some of the lieutenants, whatever, in there, and get some information up front before you go to the archaeological dig.
Exactly, yeah. Because you want to know the rumor that this used to be a mage's dungeon. And from the last video, we all know what can happen down there. Oof. You may not want that.
Right. And finally here to where if the local guildmaster is willing to suffer his presence in his territory. Oh, that's funny. If the guildmaster is willing, it will only be under the condition that the character hire assistance from several low-level thieves on a temporary basis. So you're forced henchmen. You know what they are? They're making sure that you pay your dues, and they're spies.
Well, yeah, and plus, this is a union job. You're going to hire from my union,
right?
Yeah.
All right, let's knock out some chat here.
All right, I got some pinned here. Let's see here. Kokoshuko says, clerics can't betray their alignment or god. Fighters can't ignore their king. Thieves can't steal from the party. Yes, everyone has their taboos that you get really smacked for. Not on the wrist, in the face. And a thief that steals from the party is out of the party. You're done. Get out. A cleric that betrays their alignment or god or union or whatever, you're done. You're discommunicated, whatever it is. Stuff like that. So yeah, that is good. Those rules exist so groups can stay together and play the game. All right, then we have Hadar Rune. Level 1 through 8 is your backstory. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's actually better. Yeah. I mean, you're not a real thief or a real fighter until you hit 9th level. Everything else was training day for you.
There we go. We can do this too.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I forgot that we can do this.
Yeah.
So, been a lot of comments. I can't scroll on that screen there, but there have been a lot of comments. So I want to appreciate all the folks that have been popping in with their comments. So here's the thing. The next video is going to be the dwarf. However, I'm not streaming that right now. Apparently 4 is too many to cover. These are a little bit too in-depth, and we have to do a bit of discussion on these just to make it relevant. So I am not going to cover the dwarf in today's live stream. I will do my absolute best to knock out the dwarf and the elf during the week. I cannot promise because I have a full-time job, but I will try. I should have the subscribe thing up. But I will try to do the dwarf and elf throughout the week, or we'll just cover it next week. The issue with that is that then puts us behind schedule, and we're already pushing the schedule for 2025 right to the brink. So I'll either ask Eden Dog if he's got time to join me on that. We'll do a recording and I'll upload it, or I'll just do it by myself. Either way, but we are not going to handle the dwarf today. But know that the dwarf is going to be the next episode. The elf after that, and then next week on the live stream we will cover the what's the last one? The halfling, the druid, and the mystic. Oh, yeah, and if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and please share this around to folks. We've got a lot of people watching. Really do appreciate that. You guys are awesome, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.